Hi guys, happy Friday. Yeah, not very happy that it's Friday, but a happy Friday to you guys. So, alright, so part 3 on Baphomet. Baphomet or Baphomet. What do you guys think? What do you guys call him? Sorry. What do you guys call him? Or it? Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's just get into the symbolism and what it specifically means. I'm really glad that you guys liked the other video yesterday and the day before. It's pretty interesting, it's pretty crazy. It's fun, so I don't know. So yeah, let's just get into his symbolism. So this is from the Novice's Grimoire. So the symbolism of Baphomet by Z. Smith. So thank you, Z. Smith, for sharing this. The other one was from ABC News, so I didn't want to go that route. Alright, so Baphomet, or the Goat of Mendes, is a symbol that throughout history has played a mysterious and often misunderstood role. Obviously we know that. And though symbols and their meanings alter with time and society, there we go. So it would seem Baphomet's roots are not something society has held fast to, instead allowing it to become a catch-all image for any line of witchcraft, occult, and esoteric thought. So literally that's what that's from. I mean, it is literally infused in everything, every culture, so I don't know. But one of the first mentions of Baphomet can be traced back to an 11th century letter penned by a crusader named Anselm of Brabant, who describes a Templar ritual to Baphomet and God held before a battle. That's interesting. So, that's very interesting. Now, in more recent times, the Church of Satan, created by Anton LaVey in 1966, has adopted the image of Baphomet as their insignia, calling it the Sigil of Baphomet, and using it to suggest that logic, specifically Luciferian logic, stand as an individual's guiding moral force. Yet, at its core, Baphomet is not a deity meant to be worshipped, it's a deity. It's not meant to be worshipped at all. So, not is it a steadfast representation of Luciferian logic, but instead something bigger, more widely encompassing. So that is really, really interesting that it's more widely encompassing, and that it really doesn't play a part in, I mean, obviously because it's been, taken and placed, I keep wanting to say it has been taken and placed within different, religious sects and all that stuff. So Eliphas Levi, though, has given us the most famous depiction of Baphomet. Alright, so in 1857, illustration from his book, Dogme et Rituel de la Haute Magie, Levi sketches Baphomet out in a solemn detail and poise. So Levi then explains the image in detailed symbolic meaning. So here is the symbolic meaning of everything on Baphomet. We have the goat on the front piece carries the sign of the pentagram on the forehead, with one point at the top, a symbol of light. His two hands forming the sign of Hermeticism, as above, so below. The one pointing up to the white moon of Chesed, the other pointing back down to the black one of Geburah, so that would be earth. So this sign expresses the perfect harmony of mercy with justice. So that is the Hermetic meaning of why Baphomet is raising one hand up and one hand down, as above, so below. Perfect harmony. So, perfect harmony and justice, with justice. So his one arm is female, the other male, like the ones of the androgynon of Kunrath, the attributes of which we have to unite with those of our goat, because he is one and the same symbol. So the flame of intelligence shining between his horns is the magic light of the universal balance. So, the image of the soul elevated above matter, as the flame, whilst being tied to matter, shines above it. So the ugly beast's head expresses the horror of the sinner, whose materially acting, solely responsible part has to bear the punishment exclusively. So because the soul is insensitive according to its nature and can only suffer when it materializes, the rod standing instead of genitals symbolize eternal life. The body covered with scales, the water. The semicircle above it, the atmosphere. The feathers following above, the volatile. Humanity is represented by the two breasts and the androgynine arms of this sphinx of the occult sciences. So that is Baphomet, according to Elvis Levi, in his true form. Now, Baphomet is a symbol that is meant to represent the sum total of all things in the universe. So, it's why it is not worshipped. Fucking need a haircut. This is pissing me off. So, acting both as a peril and a paradox, showing the observer and student alike that concepts like good and evil exist only through perspective, and that all creatures, things, and ideas have a dark and light side within. Through Levi's description, we find that Baphomet is a symbolic representation of balance and necessity in all things. So literally, we have Baphomet inside of us, balance, and then outside of us. I like this one. So, oh, there's more. Okay. In looking at Baphomet, there's a striking resemblance to other horn deities like Rome's Bacchus, Greece's Pan, and Egypt's Hathor. Celtic polytheism's Cernunnos. We may suggest that this is not accidental. So, as Christianity swept the world, alkylating all other religious figures and ideals into the occult or other, it is likely that Baphomet rose up as a composite image deity of the horn gods, otherwise forgotten or mistreated by the ruling religion's mighty hand. So, that's pretty intense right there. That's some pretty intense stuff right there. I like that. Alright, so, where did I go? Whether Christianity then appropriated Baphomet as a representation of the devil, or the devil and Baphomet coexisted with some success is unclear, but the equation happened nonetheless. Baphomet now stands as a complex image, seemingly representing all levels of the occult, and perhaps this is fitting for a god that represents all and the balance of all. So Baphomet stands as a literal, figurative, and metacomposite symbol, more interesting with each glance. So, very interesting, very interesting. Certainly this isn't everything about Baphomet. This isn't even the tip of the iceberg. There are more NGs to come, and there is always time to revisit this interesting character. Novices, it has been my pleasure spending this time with you. Until next week, stay studious. So that's pretty interesting. That is really, really interesting. So all of the symbolism within Baphomet, what it actually means. Alright, so let's see what this one says about it. So, alright, so let's see. Okay, so the history of the name. We have kind of gone through that. So, we have the term Baphomet is almost and assuredly a corruption of the name Muhammad. So the last prophet, Islam, obviously. So it has long been thought to be a derivation, whatever, from Muhammad, the French name for the prophet. So the term gained notoriety during the trials of Knights Templar in the 14th century, when the Templars were accused of, among other things, worshipping an idol called Baphomet. Many of the accusations against the Templars were clearly false. So, this caused many to assume this charge was likewise invented by a king trying to get a rich order to which he was indebted. Alright, so so that's pretty interesting. I mean, the name, we already went through the history of the name and everything, so I'm just trying to find different viewpoints. So, the meaning of Levi's Baphomet. So, Levi's illustration has nothing to do with Islam, although it tells that the secret knowledge of the Templars might have inspired him to adopt the name of their supposed god. Again, Baphomet is not to be worshipped at all. So, alright, Levi himself described the meaning of the symbol thusly. So So the goat of the front piece carries the sign of the pentagram on the forehead with one point at the top, a symbol of light. His two hands forming the sign of Hermeticism, the one pointing up to the white moon of Chesed, the other pointing back down to black one of Geburah. So the sign expresses the perfect harmony of mercy with justice. This is the same stuff. So his one arm is female, the other male, like the ones of the androgynon of Kunrath, the attributes of which we had to unite with those of our goat because he is one and the same symbol. So now we have polarity. We have the polarity of Baphomet. So the idea of polarity, such as dividing the world into male and female energies, was a central concept within 19th century occultism. So this influence is obvious in Levi's Baphomet in several places. Alright, so here are some key points. So the gesture of one hand pointing up while the other hand points down, this expresses the Hermetic concept as above, so below. It reflects how different levels of existence influence one another. Whether those levels be intellectual versus physical, the spiritual world versus the material world, or microcosm versus macrocosm. Okay, so now Chesed and Geburah are two sephirots on the Kabbalistic tree of life, which maps out aspects of existence. So they are on opposite sides of the tree, which are commonly understood to be male and female. So severity and mercy. Chesed represents kindness and love, while Geburah represents power, strength, and judgment. So the Latin term salve and coagula written upon Baphomet's arms. So these translate to dissolve and coagulate, which are opposing alchemical processes. Very interesting, very interesting. So you can actually see that alchemical process when you're doing all kinds of different magical workings, alchemical workings, and it's really neat to see. So multiple physical examples of Baphomet being both male and female. An example, breast and a phallus, one male arm and one female arm, the caduceus-like image replacing the phallus, in which the two snakes frequently represent male and female. Then we have the elemental forces. A lot is going into this, so I like this one. Baphomet also represents the unity of our four Platonic elements, earth, water, air, and fire. Okay, air and water are the easiest to identify through the fish scales, water, and the symbolic semicircle of the atmosphere, air. Baphomet's feet are planted on the sphere of the earth, while a fire burns from his crown. So that's, obviously. Now fertility and life. The choice of a goat-like features for Baphomet comes from several connections between goats and fertility. Levi himself called the figure of Baphomet or of Mendes, comparing him to what he believed was a goat-headed Egyptian god honored for fertility purposes. So Pan, a Greek god with goat features, was likewise commonly associated with fertility in the 19th century. In the 19th century, the cross was actually considered to be a bad omen of misfortune, because it was so closely associated with suffering. So it was a bad symbol. I don't know where that came from. In addition, Baphomet's phallus has been replaced with caduceus, which is considered by some to be a symbol of fertility. Certainly the phallic emphasis can only encourage notions of fertility. Alright, now we have other references in Levi's explanation, which is another interesting one. So Levi mentions of Kunrath. He refers to the 16th century occultist Heinrich Kunrath, a hermetic and alchemist, whose works influenced Levi. So Levi describes Baphomet as the sphinx of the occult sciences. A sphinx is most commonly a creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human. So they originated in Egypt. Where do you think Baphomet originated? Egypt. So, where'd I go? Okay. Oh, where they were probably connected with guardianship, among other things. So by Levi's time, the Freemasons were also using the sphinxes as symbols of guardians of secrets and mysteries. So, a lot. I mean, there's so much information about Baphomet. It is just so crazy. I love the symbolism of him. It's amazing. So if you literally look at everything about Baphomet, it is just incredible. It is some incredible information. So, that's Baphomet. A little variation on Baphomet. So, we'll do some coffee talk here in just a second. I still don't understand why my Baphomet would cry. I just don't understand that. It makes no sense. But I have no clue. So, I don't know if statues are supposed to cry. I don't think they are. I don't think that's normal. It's probably something super normal. Alright, let's see. You guys were great in the chat yesterday. Live chat has been so great with you guys. It is so incredibly fun. I love it. I love your guys' sense of humor. The marriage proposals are hilarious. They're hilarious. I love it. I just think it's amazing. The rapid fire round is great. And I love that you guys find it so interesting that I will actually sit here and answer these questions. Because I do. I answer every question you guys have. Except for a few. There's a few that I won't. That I won't answer. Some things I have got to keep to myself. Come on, YouTube. I don't know what this is doing and why it's doing it. They're deleting accounts that, don't have any whatever. That aren't real, I guess. So that's good. Thank you, YouTube. Keeping your creators a little bit safer is very nice. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. If I could actually read the comments from my tablet, my iPad. Yeah, but that's not going to happen, so. Oh my god. Come on. It's like, it's so slow. It's so slow. Alright, there we go. Maybe it's not so slow. Okay. No, it's not that slow. Alright. Come on, comments. Let's go. Alright, Lady Witch. Hi, love. Alright, this is so fun. I've read a little bit, but don't really know much about Baphomet. Thanks for sharing. Full moon blessings to you and yours, doll. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, very happy Friday the 13th. I forgot. Shelly333. Happy full moon, Ryan. You are a sweetheart. Love you lots. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. I can't say your name. Hi, looks so good. Oh, toning bleached hair. Oh, that's always fun. It's always fun. Thank you. Alright, Angel Eyes 65. Hello. This is Wicked, and you're no match for Satan. He will chew you up and spit you out. You are full of shit, bitch. You're going to take on a demon that will torment you and destroy you. God warns us to stay away from these things. You need to shut your mouth. Nobody asked for your opinion. Carly was very evil. You know what? You're a fucking piece of shit. I am just done with you. You're done. You're gone. There we go. Sorry, bitch. You're gone. No, you have no clue what you're talking about. Sorry, bitch. Bye, bitch. Alright, Cat Braun. Hi, love. How are you? Thanks, Ryan. I like the way you tell stories. Thank you. Anyway, she obviously wasn't embalmed, but I'm thinking that would have been better. Ooh, who? Norma from Bates Motel? Oh god, that was terrible. It is terrible. Ugh. Stand a Magic Man. Hey Ryan, is there any way to pay for a reading that isn't live? Yes, you can pay for a reading through PayPal like regular, like normal, or just like everybody else does. And then I do the reading, the full reading, and then poof, you get it up on here. Cat Braun, thanks bro. Oh, I miss you so much. My Dawn, I love you. Cat Braun. Shay Simmons, hello. Peggy Goodrill. Cat Braun again, hi. Reaper Shadow. Let's see. I don't know how to say your name, so I'm not going to butcher it. Gomez? You inspire me. Thank you. Wow. Just adore your style and energy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Who else? Tyler Nicholas. Hello. Witch of the Black Rose. Hi. Hello. Medina Ray. April Ferguson. Hi, love. Sasha Taro. Let's see. Lex. Hello. Sam Green. Is Baphomet a good deity or a bad? I just did, watch this video, watch yesterday's video, and watch the day before. Lisa Kimple, I love you. Jerry Lopez, hello. Hayden Smith. Jade, Kate the Witch, I love you. Sneaky Rules Forever, hi. Yikes, laughed my ass off. Hi. Sorcerer Supreme. Well, okay, whatever you're saying. Fire Torch Paranormal, HTD. Alright, guys, that's it. So, I do hope you enjoy little bits of Baphomet information. So, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great Friday the 13th. It's amazing. So, go walk under ladders, break some glass mirrors, and find a black cat. So, I love you all very much. All the way from Venus. All the way back down. There you go. There we go. That was better. So, alright guys. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I love you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.